Yeah. Okay, y'all. Alter dropped a short literally 10 hours ago. We're gonna check this out. It's called The Beast. It's called The Beast. Let's see what's going on, bro. Pre-nightmares? Pre-nightmares. Oh shit, this looks like some paranormal activity bullshit. Chat, that movie you said. God damn, paranormal activity. The thing with me and monsters are like, oh shit. Monsters are scary, but I'm not scared of the monsters that you see and how they're created. Like, Jason Voorhees doesn't really scare me because like I know how he's created, I know his story and all that stuff. Freddy Krueger, I mean, he kind of kills you in your dreams, so it's kind of different because you don't really understand how he does that. Chucky's literally a doll. Chucky does not scare me, but ghosts and the unknown is what really scares you. So if you're scared of that type of stuff, paranormal activity, bro, it just hit a little bit different. It just hit like a little bit different, bro. What? Did his shins just break? Like, a dude wearing a mask does not scare me. Like even Ghostface and Scream, like that doesn't scare me, but just like the unknown. Like bro got knocked out and he's in his basement right now. Basement. Cellar. Pre-jump scare. Pre-jump scare, y'all. I'm clenched. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm clenching, but okay. So this is how we're doing it. Okay. I respect it. I respect it, you know? At the end of the day, you gotta respect it. Okay, that was lit. Oh, that's just crying. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. They don't need no assistance and all that. Okay, bats are normal in a basement, right? Maybe. Bro, this is back when I was younger and I had a pool in my backyard. We had a shed. And I swear to God, y'all, my sister one time was like, yo, go inside the shed. And I was like, I was trying to big up my sister, like, yo, like, I could do that shit. Like, I'm not no pussy. I go and open the shed. First thing I see, y'all, is this big ass. To me, at that moment, I thought it was a rat. Like, as I'm looking at it, I thought I'm seeing a big rat. So I'm shook just a little bit, right? It's on the floor. I'm seeing this big rat. I'm like, and then that big go like this. And I was like, whoa. Nigga, I ran inside. Stayed there the whole day. Stayed there the whole day. Parents came. I was like, yeah. Satan is inside the shed, y'all. Satan is inside the shed. Cause no. I get the whole point of bats. It's like they're literally rats of wings, but that's insane. That's insane. That size is traumatizing. It was probably like a big ass bat. Probably been there for years. And the shed was even too big too. Like the shed was probably the size of like a closet. You know, like the size of a closet. Open it. I'm like, bitch! Running so fast through the files, you saying bout. So you're telling me he got knocked out, went into an attic, or not an attic, a basement. Was in the basement, saw a hole. This decided to crawl inside the hole, and now we're here in what looks very claustrophobic. Now, I'm sure this is probably bigger than how it looks. But this looks like how small is bro? Chat, nah. Nah, bro. Nah. Yo, no pun intended, but it's never that deep, bro. It's never that deep. The lack of music is crazy right now. That lack of music right there was crazy. So you're just gonna say you're looking at this? Cause me now, I would have swung and broke my fist. Cause that's straight rock. I would have swung. Oh, nope, I'm going home. Nope, fuck this. I'm going. I wouldn't see. How the? How was he squeezing inside there? Wait, is this a baby? How small is he? Has his blood? Bro, you're inside something's mouth. Dude, I can't show this on my stream. What the fuck, dude? Bro. Dude, we just got bored. Dude. Really, dude? Ooh, that shit. Holy.
Who's there? Who's there?
Chow. Chaz, this is WRL. WRL. Note to self, yeah, I'm not starting with short horror films in the beginning of stream. Note to self, this ain't it. What the fuck? Dude's looking around. How about you get out? He's like, I want to be in this corner, yo. I'm gonna look around just to protect myself. Nigga, I would be, ooh. I would never be in this situation, yo. Look, y'all see the pigmentation on my skin? Y'all see what color I am? I can't even make that excuse here. I don't know a single white person that would do some shit like this. Like, this ain't humane, bro. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, GG's.
Hey, you. Wait for me.
Chat, I don't want to be mid-talking, get jump scared, and I bite my tongue. Y'all, it's happened. Literally, the last time it's happened. I'm close. I want to close my mouth, but talk at the same time. I refuse to bite my tongue. What in the Resident Evil?
I remember your bite. This.
Bitch, run. Is it chasing after you? Bitch, keep going. You're inside something stump. Did you just fall? I hear that sound. Yo, I should be a goddamn ASMR creator, bro. That shit would be go crazy. Alter, you done did it again, bro. I'm gonna have nightmares of this moment. I'm gonna have nightmares about it. I'm traumatized. I'm definitely traumatized from that. What else could we perceive? You know what, y'all? I want to get into some animations, some horror animations. Horror animated shorts. Yes, yes. 7 school lockdown. I don't know about that one, too. Occupy. Have you seen this one? We've never seen this one. This one kind of goofy though. Let's get into it, y'all. The least scary, the more probable we're gonna watch it, y'all. Occupado. Occupado. The feds. This is how some of y'all niggas in the chat be looking. The feds. The coppers. Okay. Oh, this guy's the toilet police. The potty sergeant. The Occupado general. The poop op. Yeah. Here we go. Me now, I'm doing to 100 yard my dash. To 100 yard my dash. Prayers up. Yeah. Bro, bro, he's about to use Taekwondo. Look at him. Chat pre-blunt. Yeah, look at the boots he got. You got the boots that SpongeBob was wearing. What was it now? What was the noise that shit was making? So you saw all that you did, right? Yeah. Is that a fart bubble? GG's. Chat, what's a fart bubble? Ew. You know that shit stank right now. You know that shit stank. W caught man. He did not see it to find out. That was animated well though. That was animated well. That shit was animated a little way. That's cool. I like seeing the art storyboard. I like that. I like that. Yo, what else we gonna see, bro? What else we gonna see? Nigga, what? Yeah, every time I hop on YouTube, I want to get off. 4 true creepy gaming animated horror shorts? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This might be a little bit cool, man.
Ago, when I was
Check
in
it out.
college, something scary happened to me as I was playing video games. Many nights, if I didn't have homework, or even if I did have homework for that matter, I would play video games in my room.
On Get Mercy.
I lived in a small house with one other roommate that we rented together. The house
What's up,
was
Paul?
older and somewhat run down. There were 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs, and a living room and kitchen downstairs. That was basically it. I met my roommate Kevin in the dorms the previous year.
Kevin.
We lived across the hall from each other.
I was
and
close,
also had
right?
a couple
Paul,
of classes
Kevin?
together. We became pretty good friends, and it worked out well for us to rent the house together. I remember that semester we also had a class together as well. But other than that, our schedules were a little bit different.
I see bro
We would be
lifting,
gone at
okay.
different times of the day sometimes, and with school,
I went to the gym earlier today. I feel so good, man. Like I was sweating. Muscles tensed. Yeah. What are you looking at? Bro, press play.
it could get pretty busy. One night, after a long day of classes and homework, I decided to unwind and play some Call of Duty. The time was probably about 9 p.m. or so.
Oh, you was trying to play Call of Duty, yo? GG's.
It was dark outside. I had been locked away in my room for at least the past 3 hours, trying to get an assignment done, and thankfully I had been able to finish it. I put on my headset and started gaming. I played a few rounds, and I remember that between a round, I thought I heard a banging on my door. My headset didn't allow me to hear very well because it covered my ears entirely, and when I was playing, there was no chance I was hearing.
You should never be gaming so hard to where you're home alone and you hear knocking on the door and you don't go investigate that. You should never, you should never, bro. Like, what? Hey guys, I gotta get up for a second, see ya. You know how easy that would've been? Now you better get pulling a blunt.
Anything. So now, after hearing someone banging on my bedroom door, I assumed it was Kevin. I took off my headset to hear the tail end of it before it stopped. I told Kevin to come in, but he didn't. He didn't even answer me. After a few seconds, I got up from my chair and walked over to the door. When I opened it, I did not see Kevin out in the hallway. No one was there. I walked over to Kevin's room, still thinking that it was him who had knocked. Because who else would it be? I then knocked on his door, which was closed. But he didn't answer me. I thought about just walking into his room, but decided not to. Maybe he had gone downstairs. I then walked downstairs and checked all around the house.
Yes, sir.
Kevin wasn't there.
Yes, sir. I like this, y'all. I like this, man. Check the whole perimeter. I like that. I like that. I would check the whole perimeter 5 times. And even if I still didn't see something, I would have moved away. If I'm here by myself, I should not hear knocking on my door. If I'm by myself, even if people are inside the crib, why the hell would you knock? Just open the door. I should not hear knocking at my door in either situation. I hear knocking on the door, bet. Checking the perimeter, checking the perimeter, checking the perimeter. Calling to see if I could go live somewhere else, y'all. This. I don't play, bro. I don't play by my life.
I figured he must.
I'm
be
not
in his
sleeping
room.
in that
I
house
went
at
back
that
to
moment.
my bedroom.
Nah.
I sat back down at my chair to continue gaming. I played Call of Duty for the next probably 30 minutes or so.
Bro, what Call of Duty logo is that? Is that supposed to be Black Ops 3? Okay.
I was right in the middle of a round when, for some reason, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. My TV and gaming chair that I was sitting in was at the right corner of my room, and directly to the left on the other side was the bedroom door. It seemed to be moving. Of course, I couldn't hear anything due to my headset being on. I looked over and saw my bedroom door slowly opening. It was extremely slow and deliberate, and it really creeped me out. Outside of
That's when you pull out the AK-47.
my room, it was dark because all the lights were off. We often kept the lights off to save on the electricity bill. I could barely see part of someone for just a second before they moved away. My door was now open like 3 or 4 inches, and it had been completely closed before.
Why is the doorknob in the frame? Okay, now I'm just picking. Why? Yo, I have OCD, yo. Just seeing that, it just irks me. Why is it there? Okay.
I got the chills
Okay.
from seeing this. I was hoping that it was Kevin though, but I just had a bad feeling like it wasn't him for some reason. I picked up my phone and sent Kevin a Snapchat asking him if he was home. He responded pretty quickly, saying no, he was at the school gym working out. My creeped out feeling got 10 times worse. Somebody was in
What are
our
you doing
house,
at the school
and I
gym
didn't
at
know who
night?
or why.
Is the school
My
open?
mind started racing, and I was afraid the person inside might be dangerous. I couldn't bring myself to leave my room. It seemed like a big risk to me. I had no kind of weapons or anything. I told Kevin about the situation, and he said that I should
Bro,
leave.
doing
if
a
I can't.
whole lot of tweeting when he could have just called the police. Kevin, someone's outside my door. I don't know if they want to kill me or not. Kevin's like, bitch, you don't call the police. The fuck?
But I was on the second
What you want me
floor,
to do?
so that would be difficult.
Kevin don't got
After
weapons.
several minutes of sitting in my
Several
chair
minutes.
thinking of what to do, I got up and carefully closed my door again. It was then that I thought I heard the sound of somebody walking around downstairs in our house. Whoever was there was now in the kitchen area. I walked back over to my chair and sat down. To be honest with you, the thought of calling the police did not pop into my head at that time.
The thought of calling the police didn't pop up in your head. But messaging Kevin and going downstairs and then coming back upstairs to go sit in your chair and think did. GG's.
I couldn't tell you why, but it just didn't, as dumb as that may sound. I was just focused on somehow trying to get out of there. I considered trying to jump from my window or something, but I knew that wouldn't work. For probably 20 minutes or so, I was inside my bedroom just hoping that the person wouldn't come back. Finally, I got up and walked over to the door. I stood there listening to hear the person walking around downstairs like before or something. But I didn't. I couldn't hear anything. Things were now completely silent. I stayed there for probably 10 minutes listening. When I didn't hear anything the entire time, I decided that I was going to run for it. I opened the door and ran downstairs without looking back. When I got downstairs, I went for the front door. I didn't see anybody inside the entire time. And then, after leaving the house, ran for my car and got inside. After locking my car doors, I finally felt safe. Not more than a minute later, though, Kevin pulled up behind me. We didn't have a driveway and would park on the street. He got out of his car and started to walk inside the house, and I got out of my car and told him that the guy might still be in there. But with Kevin now here, I wasn't as scared as I was before because I wasn't alone. I decided
2 dead bodies. Okay, let's keep going,
I
yo.
had to go inside the house with him. When we both opened the door, we yelled whoever was inside needed to leave. If we heard a noise, we would both be able to run back for our cars. But there was just silence.
Bro, turn on the
Slowly,
lights.
one by one, we turned on each light in the house and searched every room. The place was not very big, so it didn't take too long. Soon, we found that whoever had been inside was gone. Nobody was in there. I never found out who it was, and I don't think they ever came back. Nothing was stolen either, possibly because we were 2 broke college guys who didn't have anything worth stealing.
True.
I think the guy was already gone when I ran out of my room also. How he got inside was pretty easy. It was most likely because Kevin and I were always coming and going from the house and rarely bothered to lock the doors. Obviously, that changed after this experience.
Okay. I'm over here like, yeah.
When I was a kid, my
Could
best
tell me
friend's name
bomba
was
clat
Kenny,
lights.
but everyone called him Kenny. We're still friends to this day. Not as close as before, but we still hang out occasionally. At around the age of 12, my favorite thing to do was hang out at each
A brother?
other's houses and play video games. We played many different kinds, from racing to sports or whatever. He had an Xbox at his house, and I had a PlayStation at mine. One day, I went over to Kenny's to hang out. He had an older sister, but I remember that she was gone at one of her friends' houses at the time. Kenny's house was 1 level, and his bedroom was at the far back end and faced the backyard. I remember that we started playing video games in Kenny's room early in the evening. His parents then left shortly after, I think to go out to dinner, but I can't remember for sure if that was it. Anyways, Kenny and I would be like...
Damn, all these niggas do is gaming. they just play a bunch of video games all day, every day.
Which wasn't that big of a deal, because...
They're like, oh shit, mom's at home? Video game, oh shit, mom's home? Play video game, like, come on, man.
Kenny knew how to make a frozen pizza, which is what we were planning on making later. In the middle of playing video games, probably about 15 minutes or so after Kenny's parents left, there was a knocking on the front door. Kenny's neighborhood was fairly quiet, and not in the city or anything, so it was sort of unusual to get people knocking on the door.
Jehovah's Witness, y'all.
Miles away from Kenny in the same general area, so I knew it was a little bit strange. Plus, looking back, it was probably a little after 7 p.m., and the sun was setting. This meant it was probably not a salesman or something like that. We paused the game and were curious as to who it was. Kenny and I left his bedroom and walked through the house to the front door. We looked out and saw a man standing there on the front step.
Don't open the door. This motherfucker looks like he's on straight BT, bro. You open that door, your face will be on a stick later. Nope, y'all. Rugged hair, that mustache, no sir. No sir, bro. Look at his arms too. Nope. Get you one time with that arm right there, you're cooked. Straight knockout.
He was wearing a t-shirt and blue jeans.
Straight knockout.
He then knocked on the door again. He didn't look very professional or anything.
Nope.
To me, it looked like maybe it was one of Kenny's neighbors. I asked him if it was one of his neighbors, and he said no. To my surprise, Kenny then opened up the door and answered it for the guy. I personally would not have done that, and I didn't think that he would either. After
Can you
opening
think
up the
he a
door,
big boy
the man
now?
said hi to Kenny and told him that his parents were expecting him. Kenny said that his parents were gone and left a while ago. The man then asked Kenny if he could come inside and wait for them until they got back. He said
Kenny, the fact that you even opened the door, you like him, buddy.
Kenny said no to this and then started to close the door. The guy then asked when his parents would be back, and Kenny just said he wasn't sure. Then he closed the door.
Yep.
After closing it and locking it, we watched. And
make sure the back door is locked.
Finally began walking away. Then Kenny and I went back to keep playing video games. I was sitting on the floor to the right of the TV in Kenny's room, and he was sitting on the floor to the left. There was a window sort of behind his TV, which I had a better angle of seeing out. Maybe 10 minutes after we had resumed gaming, I was sure that I saw the man walk past out the window. Obviously, I only saw him for like a...
Why don't these motherfuckers got curtains? That is so creepy.
Second, but to see him in the backyard was really weird. I paused the game, and Kenny asked me what I was doing. I asked him if he saw the guy out the window, and I told him that I had seen him walking past. Kenny hadn't though, but he believed me.
Kenny, you blind?
We both went over to the window and looked out. We couldn't really see anything though. There were trees and bushes, and we didn't have a good view of the whole backyard. Plus, it was dark out. We started talking to each other, wondering who that guy even was. He seemed pretty sketchy. Kenny then called his parents and asked if they were expecting the guy. His parents were not expecting anybody, and they said that they were now coming home. We were both really creeped out and made sure that every door was locked and every window was shut. Then we turned on every single light in the house.
Yep.
We didn't see or hear anything more from the guy, and Kenny's parents got home a short time later. They looked around the property a little bit, but didn't see the man.
Okay, W Dad.
I remember that my mom came and picked me up not too long after that. I couldn't stop thinking about how we potentially avoided a very dangerous situation.
Very
Kenny
dangerous.
should have never opened the door to that guy.
Why would he?
Lucky that he didn't force his way in.
It's cool.
What his intentions were, I have no clue. And then walking in the backyard was very
Just don't do that
suspicious
mistake
as well.
ever again, bro.
Most likely, he
Chat,
was
this goes
looking
for
a
y'all
way to
too,
break
bro.
in,
Like,
and luckily, he didn't.
don't open the bomb clock door, bro. Don't, bro.
This is something.
Talk to them out the door, bro. If you don't know who it is, talk to them out the door.
When I was a kid, I think I was
If they look
probably
hella
like
sus,
7
call
or
the
8,
police.
And it was sometime in the early 2000s. Back then, we would sometimes have family gatherings at one of my aunt's house. I had several aunts and uncles who lived in the area, and I had a few cousins as well. This aunt in particular probably had the biggest house that was also in a good location, and there was a decent amount of land on her property too. Still, we wouldn't go to her place for all get-togethers, just some of them. I don't even know the occasions of them because I don't remember ever being there for a holiday. I really liked to go to her house though, because there were all kinds of fun things to do. She had a really big
God
yard and a couple of
damn.
four-wheelers.
God.
There was also a volleyball court on her property, and inside of the house, she had big TVs upstairs and in the basement.
Oh yeah, she living the luxury dream. She living the luxury dream. She said she got a bunch of four-wheelers in the back, bruh. That's
And
hard.
had a GameCube.
That's hard.
would
And a
play-
GameCube? What these niggas playing? What the fuck is this?
The GameCube with my cousins a lot, and
What the fuck is that? Soul Calibur? What the fuck?
sometimes we would watch movies as well.
W
During that time
iRobot?
as a kid, obviously I loved video games, but we didn't actually have any yet at my house. So one time, my parents, brother, and I went to my aunt's house. Several other family members were there also. A couple of my cousins, aunts, and uncles. I don't remember a whole lot of what we did earlier in the day. I do remember,
Damn.
though, that we
Eating
had food
good
upstairs,
ass food,
and afterwards
bruh.
we were going to watch a movie on the large TV upstairs. Unfortunately for me, it was a movie that I had recently seen at a friend's house. I'm pretty sure it was The Scorpion King, and it had recently come out on DVD. I liked the movie, but I was more in the mood to play video games. We were all sitting on the couches and chairs that were upstairs in the living room. Some kids like me were even sitting on the floor. Shortly after the movie started,
Damn,
I
they had
kind of
you
to
sitting on
use
the floor?
bathroom, and I decided to go downstairs and use the one in the basement because it was more private. As I was downstairs, I couldn't help myself, and I walked over to the basement living room where the GameCube was. Nobody else was down there, and I decided to just play some GameCube. I was sure that nobody would mind. I sat down on this weird gaming
I mean, you can't just go inside someone's house and play on the game without knowing. I mean, you the visitor, partner. But do what you gotta.
chair that they had, pretty close to the TV. Then I turned on the GameCube and TV and put in a Mario game. The basement living room was at the bottom of the stairs and to the left. Inside, there were two large couches and a couple of other chairs
Looks
facing
beautiful.
the TV. To the left of the TV, there was a sliding glass door that opened up to the backyard.
GG's.
All of the lights downstairs were also off. Things were only lit up a little bit by the TV screen. I could hear the sound coming from the TV upstairs from them watching the movie, and I kept the volume low on the TV that I was using. Soon, I was playing on the
Bro, hiding in
GameCube and
someone's
having the
house
time
playing
of my
Mario.
life. This only lasted for probably about 15 minutes though. I remember thinking that I heard a noise coming from outside. I looked over but saw nothing, and assumed it was my aunt or another family member outside for some reason. After that, I kept playing on the GameCube. But only about a minute later, I heard more noise, and then heard the sliding glass door opening. I looked over, expecting to see a family member, but instead, I saw some random guy entering the house.
Yeah.
The sliding door hadn't even been locked. I don't remember much about how the man looked or what he was wearing, just that he had kind of long hair. He was still kind of far away from me, and after seeing the guy, I instantly got up and ran for the stairs.
Yeah.
I went all the way up,
Yo.
and everybody saw me come running into the living room. Someone
We here,
jokingly
motherfucker,
asked me
in the
what I was in a
basement, bro.
hurry for.
Stranger
I
danger.
said to everyone how a man had just entered the basement from the sliding door. At first, it wasn't taken very serious.
Really not.
People thought that I must have seen a family member that I didn't recognize, or possibly a neighbor who would come over a lot.
You see, I don't play it like that, bro. I have a party at the crib. Someone tell me anything going on bad, I'm investigating. Niggas with a files Inspector Gadget. The way I'm down, I'd be. Someone enter from the sliding door downstairs. Bet you see me put on my Batman suit. I come out looking like these. Like I come out looking like these, bro. Like I'm out there. I'm out there, bro. Say something bad is happening. Say someone's entering from the sliding door. Say someone's fighting. And it's my function? My crib? Oh yeah, Robin. Where's wait? I'd be there like, yo, honey, where's my super suit? Like, come on, bro. I'm out there, bro. I'm out there. No.
But after some talking, I remember that the movie was paused and a couple of people ended up going downstairs to check it out. The rest of the night is kind of blurry to me in my memory. I just know that after coming
I
back
wouldn't let
upstairs,
that go under small
most of us had to
ears.
go into
I
the
don't
two
think that's the
bedrooms that
term.
were upstairs.
Was it,
and the
y'all?
police were called.
Go over weak ears. Yeah, go over weak ears. Yeah, I think that's how it is, right?
And I know that the man was gone when the police got there, but I'm not sure if he had left before the basement was investigated or after. I'm also not sure if he stole or damaged anything. I didn't go back down in the basement that night.
Hell
at all.
no.
But eventually, the police left and we were able to finish the movie. This remains probably the creepiest thing that's ever happened to me.
Why would they zoom into him like that?
A few years ago, I played a lot of video games. I've always kind of been on and off with gaming. I'll play quite a bit for like a month or two and then go a long time barely playing at all. Overall, I'm just not very consistent, and it just depends on how busy I am and stuff. This was probably back in like 2018 or 19, and I was playing Fortnite a lot, as well as some other games. I played on a PlayStation 4,
That boy was a
and sometimes
Fortnite
would play with friends
demon.
online. However, most of my PlayStation friends were random people who I had played with in the past, and they sent me a friend request or something. I didn't actually know them in real life. One time,
I mean, I'm
when
sure
I
most
logged onto
people
my
are like that,
PlayStation,
right?
I had another friend request. I had no idea who it actually was, and I don't even remember the username at all. But I did what I always did, and I accepted it. Then
Chat,
I started
yo, hold on,
username at all.
Just look at the PlayStation 4, man. PlayStation 4 was active. I don't give a damn. PS4 is better than PS5, y'all. Let's be honest now. Okay, graphically, PS5 got that, but as an overall system, yo, PS4 is undefeated. I don't care.
I always did. And I
PS4 is
accepted it.
different.
Then I started playing.
Is that nostalgia talking? Maybe.
Like 30
I
minutes
don't know.
later, I got a request to
PS4
join a
hit
game
different.
on Fortnite. It was from the person who I had just accepted the friend request from
PS4
earlier.
hit different.
I accepted the request to join them in the game because I figured, why not? When we started playing, I saw that the other person had a microphone, but they weren't saying anything. I had one as well, and I asked some general questions about the game because we were playing duos. If you don't know, that means we were on the same team.
I would hope everyone knows what
I figured that
duos
either their
mean.
headset was not on their
Even if
head,
you don't play
or
games.
maybe it was broken.
I would hope.
That was not all that uncommon. I stopped talking to them after it was apparent that they weren't going to talk to me. I still didn't know who it was though, and I assumed
Chat,
it
I
was
can't
just a
play Battle
random
Royales
person
with people
that
that don't want to
must
talk
have
for a
played
mic.
with
Yeah, I
sometime
can't.
before. We played a round and lost fairly quickly.
I can't.
And we decided to play
I can't.
another. This time, maybe 5 minutes into the new round, the person finally spoke. It was a man's voice, which was extremely deep. I think they might have even been using some kind of voice changer. The voice sounded very creepy. The guy said my real name immediately, which got my attention. It was followed by a
What?
crazy sounding rant that started out absurd and then got threatening. I don't even remember any of the specific things because it was so crazy. After he paused, he started talking again and said something like, "If you don't think I'm serious, I know much more than just your name." I was already very creeped out. The guy then said the
Hello?
city that I lived in and the state, and this was enough for me. I hit the power button to my PlayStation and it turned off. Then I went so far as to unplug it from the wall. My
Yeah.
heart was racing and I was now sweating. I wondered who that person was and what had just happened.
What's a IP?
Eventually, after about 10 minutes or so, I composed myself. I turned my PlayStation back on and located the person from my friends list.
I think I said 10 minutes just so I composed myself and hop back on the game. That shit happened to you, you should probably not play the game for a whole week. And that shit, our nigga said 10 minutes. Nigga was right back to that game.
I saw that he had sent me several messages now.
That's
I
crazy.
clicked on one, and it was
Block
more of
him.
the same stuff.
Block.
I didn't want to read any of the rest.
Block.
I reported and blocked him,
Yeah.
and then got off of my PlayStation. After this, nothing else happened.
Yep.
No, he didn't show up at my house or call me on the phone or anything. At least not that I'm aware of. But this still creeped me out quite a bit.
Chat here yelling outside. Like it's not even in my house. I don't hear it anymore now. That shit frightened me, yo. I can't lie. I'm tense right now. Should I do a perimeter? A perimeter? Should I do a perimeter? A perimeter? Maybe I was just hearing it. Was that in the video?
At least not that I'm aware of. But this still creeped me out quite a bit.
Wasn't. Chat, this is the last stream. I'm gonna get got.
So much so that I didn't play any video games for a while after that. Years later, and I still wonder who it was. I've played many video games since, and nothing like this has ever happened. I don't know if it was a prank either, because nobody I know ever said anything about it, and I would think that they would have by now.
Yeah.
Besides, my friends aren't really the type to do that. It remains a mystery to me.
Yeah, this is a good video, man.